Good evening. I'm calling this meeting to order at 6:32. This is the meeting of the Delaware County Libraries Board. Does anybody have any public comment on agenda items only? If you have public comment on other items, please wait to the end of the meeting. Okay, I do not see any public comment for agenda items. First item on the agenda is the minutes from April 20th of 2023. Kathy Biddle distributed the minutes in a packet electronically to all board members. I assume everyone has had a chance to look at them. Does anybody have any comments or corrections on the minutes? Seeing none, can I get a motion to approve?
I second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, hearing no opposition, the minutes pass. Communications and announcements. Kathy?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The first item under communications and announcements is the Library Foundation of Delaware County competitive grant. Recently, the Library Foundation of Delaware County had opened up a competitive grant cycle for our member libraries, and I'm pleased to report that 10 libraries have been awarded grants. The list is the J. Lewis Crozier Library. They received money for a Filling the Gaps program. Darby Free Library, I Need to Print, printer and supplies. Lansdowne Public Library for a global collection. Marple Public Library is, they are funding a SEED, S-E-E-D library. Newtown Public Library, Play with a Purpose program. The Norwood Public Library, the Solution Squad STEM Club. Sharon Hill Public Library is a community garden party and lot of love. Tinicum Memorial Public Library, a children's area upgrade. The Upper Darby Township and Sellers Memorial Free Public Library, video game programming and circulating collection. And the Yaden Public Library, Project Chromebook and laptop. Would you just like me to continue? Or do you, I'm sorry, do you have any questions?
What is the Filling the Gap program?
I do not know. Is anybody here from Crozier? No. I don't know. Since this was issued by an outside organization, the foundation, I did not see the grant applications, so I'm unaware of what the program is.
Thanks.
Are there any other questions? Okay, I will move right along. The next item is the Juneteenth event at Rose Tree Park. Delaware County government will be celebrating Juneteenth with a large event in Rose Tree Park on Monday, June 19th from 4 to 7 p.m. There will be vendor tables, food, giveaways, and entertainment, and several local libraries and the Delaware County Library's headquarters will be on hand to provide activities and to promote their services. Participating libraries are Crozier, Marple, Newtown, and Sharon Hill. Are there any questions? Okay, hearing none, I'm going to turn it over to Annie for the Libby Lucky Day collection.
Thank you. Back on April 24th, as part of National Library Week, we launched a Lucky Day collection on Libby, our digital collection platform. It's a collection of our most popular titles, and they can be borrowed for 14 days, and they cannot be renewed. You can borrow one Lucky Day title at a time. These are additional copies of those super popular titles that have a really high number of holds. And basically, it's your lucky day if you happen to find one available when you're searching Libby. When Lucky Day titles are available, you'll see a list on your Libby homepage, or you can also use the search function. And there's a filter called Skip the Line that has a little 4-leaf clover next to it. Any questions about Lucky Day?
No, but that sounds great.
It's pretty fun. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Annie. The next item is text message alerts. So we are pleased to announce that in addition to receiving library notifications via email or print, card holders now have the option to receive text message notifications. Those that opt in will receive text messages to let them know when requested items are available for pickup, when items are due soon or automatically renewed, and when items are overdue. Patrons can choose to receive the text messages by going into their accounts via the Delco Library website and follow the instructions for text message notifications. We had launched this for National Library Week, I believe. So are there any questions? Okay, hearing none. Summer Quest. Summer Quest is a celebration of reading and learning that takes place in Delaware County libraries during the summer months. Summer Quest helps to decrease the summer slide and increase children's enjoyment of reading, reading skills, and reading by choice, and to help them discover the wonder of the public library and all it has to offer. As part of the Summer Quest, our libraries partner with the nationwide collaborative summer library program to promote a unique and interesting theme for summer activities. This year's theme is All Together Now. Delaware County Libraries Administrative Headquarters is committed to supporting a kickoff event at each library. So we have allotted a $200 reimbursement per library location for an event. In order to receive the reimbursement, all supporting documentation for the event must be submitted to our youth services consultant, Sherry Crow, by July 31st. Are there any questions? Okay, you guys have no questions tonight. So I must be doing a good job explaining. Okay, Journey Across Delco. So in conjunction with the nationwide Summer Quest program, Delco Libraries are also hosting a countywide library program called Journey Across Delco. This program started in 2017, the first full year of my tenure at DCL. Each year, our 28 spectacular libraries come together to promote learning by highlighting a fun activity and a fact related to the Summer Quest theme, which is All Together Now. So this year's no different. Our libraries will be featuring a musical instrument. We feel like our libraries are a wonderful orchestra when we all work together. The program will run June 19th to August 16th. The purpose is for participants to visit each of our libraries where they will find a Journey Across Delco poster highlighting the library's instrument along with a fun fact. Complete each library's related activity to earn a brag tag. There's 28 different designs in all. Journey Across Delco participants are invited to attend the end of our summer wrap-up party at Rose Tree Park, which would be held on August 23rd from 10 a.m. to noon. Are there any questions?
Okay, thank you, Kathy. The next item on the agenda is the financial report from May 2023, which was also distributed in the package electronically. I assume everyone had a chance to review it. Does anybody have any questions or comments about the financial report? Okay, hearing none, can I get a motion to approve?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay,
Financial
and
report.
a second? Okay, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Administrators report.
Okay, thank you. So the first item is the 2023-2024 district agreement And I will be asking the board to make a motion to approve this agreement. We had shared information about it the last time we had met in April, but I'm just going to summarize it again so you know what you're agreeing to. The district agreement negotiating committee comprised of 6-member library representatives, the district administrator, the district consultant, our board president, our board treasurer, and our Office of Commonwealth Libraries Advisor, Heather Warren Smith, met via Zoom on April 6th to review the 2023-2024 agreement and budget. The draft agreement was shared with all the district libraries on March 23rd for review. After a healthy discussion of the document, the committee approved the agreement. The final agreement was shared with all the libraries, and the member library endorsement signature page was due back to our office no later than Friday, May 19th. Our annual district agreement is a statutory requirement as a district library center, but also works towards creating a greater stakeholder engagement, a collaborative and sustainable strategic goal, part of our strategic plan. The agreement was approved by the majority, or 92% of the member libraries. And if you do review your packet, the agreement is contained there. Not quite sure how many pages it is, maybe 10 or so, but everything about the agreement is in your packet, so you can review. And like I said, 92% of the member libraries did adopt the agreement. So I would just need the board to make a motion to accept the agreement.
Could I ask a question first? For whatever library or libraries did not adopt the agreement, is it that they had specific issues or just failed to respond?
Let me, as the district consultant, answer that.
One library has not signed it in many years and they don't ever comment. And another library chooses not to sign it because they have concerns about their service area, which is not necessarily related to the district, but that's why they have chosen not to sign the agreement. It is not, no, it is a,
Does that impact the services they receive?
no. And the district agreement just needs a simple majority to go into effect. And both libraries that choose not to sign it still receive all the services, and they also meet all their obligations to receive the services, so.
Thank you.
Okay, so then I make a motion to approve the 2023-2024 district agreement.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the next item is the reciprocal borrowing grant funds and county aid. Information and required documents for the determination of reciprocal borrowing grant funds and county aid will be distributed to member libraries in early January. I believe Annie has set the date. She did inform me this morning. I think it was July 3rd. Annie, is that right? Okay, so it will go out the 5th after the 4th of July holiday. There will be a quick turnaround time due to the determination of funds and aid, relying on the statistics in the required documents. So that means that every library has to submit their report for us to determine the amount of money due to each library. The due date for this report is July 31st. And I'd encourage all the libraries to complete the report as quickly as possible so we can disperse the funds. And I'm just gonna, Annie, do you have anything you want to add since you're going to oversee the reports?
It's the same report and that that we have used for many years, so it should be familiar to all of our directors. And it's pretty much the same timeline. It's not, quicker than they normally need to do it. So it shouldn't be a hardship to get that done.
Excuse me, that, I'm not sure if I really understand even what that document is or what is the reciprocal borrowing grant funds? and
Sure.
funds? I don't understand what that is.
I'm not sure how long ago this grant started, but it was a grant developed by Kathy's predecessor many years ago that was to encourage our member libraries to share materials with folks that lived in unserved areas of the county. And to share with the other libraries. So this was when, our true sharing of materials was just getting started. So there was a portion of district aid funds that were set aside for this grant. And then a formula that essentially comes up with a per book amount that you get, per book that you lent out, you get a certain amount of money. In the last several years, during our district negotiation, it became clear with our Office of Commonwealth Libraries representative that this was not a way that they wanted us to be using district aid. District aid was not supposed to be given directly to member libraries. So in our district agreement 3 years ago, or I guess 2 years ago, we agreed to phasing out this program. So this is the last year of the reciprocal borrowing program. So we did 2 years ago, they got the full amount that they normally did. Last year, they got 60% of what they would have, and this year it's 30%. So we will be phasing that out after this year.
And next year there'll be none.
Correct, yes.
Because the expectation is that you share.
Correct, and that the Office of Commonwealth Libraries, and actually the statute, not just the office, says that the district money needs to be used for services that are district-wide. So the interpretation of that was that the money could not go to an individual member library, that it needed to be spent by the district library center on things that benefited everybody.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Annie. So the next item on the agenda is board-to-board communications. And this is an issue that we brought up a couple of meetings ago about the fact that the member libraries have a requirement to come to these meetings or, watch these meetings. During COVID, we had to give them access to Zoom to be able to watch the meetings. Now that the health crisis is past, we encourage all of the libraries to come back because we believe that there is a great deal to be achieved through public, through actual physical attendance at the meetings. There's the potential of interacting with other libraries and finding out about things that may benefit your library. But the convenience of Zoom has far outweighed that desire on the parts of the libraries, and we understand that. So we don't want to, take away this capability from the member libraries, but we also want to see if there's a way that we can facilitate communication. So we asked Kathy to reach out to the libraries, and they did respond that yes, they want to continue via Zoom, but yes, they'd also like a way to possibly provide some public comment that might benefit other libraries at these meetings. And I just, to take a step back, we are not allowed to allow the member libraries to participate via Zoom. So it's not like that we can just turn them on and have them make public comment. That's not, like, legally, we're not allowed to let them do that. So we, at the last meeting, we said that we were going to create a subcommittee of this board and discuss ideas for how we could facilitate communication between the member libraries. And Virginia and I and Doug, who's not here this evening, and Kathy Biddle, we met via Zoom, and we discussed various strategies. And the goal was to make it so that it's not too onerous of a process on the part of our board or the member libraries. So we did discuss several ideas, but the one that kind of seemed to be the easiest way to address the problem is that we create a kind of like a general email address. It's almost like a post office box where member libraries, the board representatives can send an email the day up until the day before the meeting and provide some sort of public comment that will be read at this meeting. And there have to be some guidelines for this because we don't want to be here all night. There are 26 member libraries, and we don't want to be getting pages of information. The idea is the information that's provided should be something that is relevant to communicate to other boards. So, and some examples are, if your board has come up with a really great fundraising strategy, or if your board has just completed a new strategic plan and you use some consultants that you thought were amazing, maybe a little paragraph about your process to do your strategic plan and which consultants you used. Or if you're applying for a grant that nobody has heard of and you just got the grant and you want to let other libraries know about the grant. It's that type of notifications that I think would be helpful for the other member libraries. It's not meant to be here's a list of every program we have in April. We're not going to sit here and read every library's programs. So with that in mind, does anybody have any questions or comments about this approach?
I thought sort of historically, member libraries did often take advantage of the public comment at the end of the meetings to not necessarily discuss every program the library was doing, but to maybe say, we're having a big
Yeah.
book sale next month.
Yeah, I mean,
or
if they want to,
major
if they want to
an
say
event.
book sale, I think that's great. Or if they want to say, hey, we're having some amazing author come in. Yeah, but like, I don't want to, I think like the whole, like, we're having these following children's reading hours and stuff like that, my concern is that it gets out of hand, that if it gets to be 26 libraries presenting a whole page worth of information, it might be too much, and one idea we had is that we might say that there's a time limit. So we read as much as we can for a certain amount of time and then cut it off. But I think, I guess my recommendation would be that we start the program and see how it works and then talk about how we might need to adjust it.
No, I'm just thinking, I don't know how likely it is anyone's going to be writing a one-page email.
I
think-
hope not. I hope
think
not. Yeah,
people
yeah.
will
Yeah.
keep it short.
Yeah. And so if this, like, I would ask for a motion to approve this idea, and then I would send out an email to the member libraries with saying, like, this ability is now available to them. And then we'll see how it goes for August. But so the rules would be that the email has to include the board member's name and township and the library's name. It should be a concise announcement that's limited to 150 words or less, which is basically a paragraph. Information that is of interest and relevance to other member library boards. So that's your audience. It's other member library boards. Sent prior to 6:30 PM on the day before the DCL board meeting, because whoever is going to be reading these is going to, print them off the night before. So if you send it that day, it's not going to get read in. So
I hate to even say it because I think it's dumping more work on Kathy and Annie, but is there a way to do an automatic email reminder the week before to the library directors? Or is that not worth it?
Well, the Zoom notice that goes out, is there a Zoom notice that goes out every time? So maybe we could just say reminder, if you want to put public notice, we could put a sentence in that. Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah.
But Sean would need the email address to.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Whoever signed up for that person would get it.
I meant they wouldn't, the email, like if the people are going to make comments, they want it to go to a centralized email address. So
We have
do
to
you
give
have
you
the
that,
ability to put that message in a Zoom? Okay. I can surely do that.
Okay. So if there's any other comment, no, or questions? No? All right. Can I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve the new strategy
New-
for promoting communication with member boards.
Yes.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? The motion carries.
And thank you, subcommittee.
Yeah.
Very productive.
Okay, any new business? Any old business? Any public comment on any item, including agenda items? Does anybody in the audience want to make a comment? No, okay,
I had something.
okay, okay.
I also have something too from the Crozier Library, sent an email about their filling the gaps.
Oh,
Do you want me to read it?
sure.
So this is from Beth Ann Harris from the Crozier Library. And she says Crozier Library seeks funding to support the development and delivery of a wide range of programming and services that help to fill the gaps throughout the city, which filed for Chapter 9 bankruptcy in November 2022, and improve the lives of Chester residents in the following key areas broken down by target population: 21st century literacies, social and emotional learning, STEAM, and reading for children and youth, workforce, career development, and reentry support, as well as social emotional learning for young adults, and intergenerational cultural activities for seniors age 65 plus. The funding will also help to promote current and future community partnership projects. Example, Chester East Side, Inc., Boys and Girls Clubs, Chester Exchange, Chester Upland Youth Soccer, Chester Mentoring Initiative, Legacy Arts Club, the Chester Upland School District and Chester Community Charter School District, and the Chester Education Foundation. So a very, very worthy program, and congratulations to them and everyone who received grants.
That sounds great. I was in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania last month and happened to walk by the main library there. So I popped in and they had something similar to the Lucky Day collections, but with a twist. And they let people, they have a shelf with the new books that are really popular. And if you pay $3, you can take them out for 3 weeks. And it's just a limited number of those new books. I don't know if that would play well in Delaware County, but I thought it was something worth passing along. And they said it's extremely popular and that no one has complained about the $3 cost, which surprised me, but
Okay, no further comment? Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
so move.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Have a nice evening, everyone.